Broadcasting from Studio 300 on Cal Poly's campus, you're watching Mustang News.
On February 4th, candidates for the 24th Congressional District discussed major issues facing the Central Coast. Joining me today, hosted a post-analysis show following the debate, giving his insight and knowledge of the issues. Everyone, please welcome Mr. Daniel Park.
Great to be here.
Daniel, so you hosted a post-analysis show on the 24th Congressional debate. Yeah. What are your thoughts on some of the issues that were discussed in the panel?
Well, I thought that some of the issues discussed were pretty important, like healthcare, like student debt, especially for a campus like Cal Poly. I thought that, I wish they could have focused on more social issues like gun control and immigration and stuff like that. But they were focused more on like water issues and stuff central to California. So I thought in the end it was important.
So what led you to do the show?
Well, actually, my news director let me do the show in the first place. I had to do the Beach Boys first, and that was fun. And so I did the Beach Boys, and she looked at me and she was like, "You did a pretty good job." So she let me do the congressional debate because those two have a lot in common.
Mm-hmm. So what was a candidate that impressed you the most in the panel?
I actually like the independent candidates because I know personally that they have no chance in hell of winning. I thought that they were both like if you compare them to the Democrats and to the Republicans, they were adorable because they were like, we need free healthcare. They sounded like Bernie Sanders.
Really?
Yeah, but without the Alzheimer's.
Okay, so Trump and Hillary Clinton, they're right now the current leaders in the Republican Democratic presidential debates.
Right.
Tell me, what are your thoughts on Trump's policies on not necessarily the topics that they were discussing on the Central Coast, like gun control, healthcare? So what were your some thoughts on Trump's policies?
Can anyone take Trump seriously on
No, absolutely
issues?
not.
I mean, really, it's when you look at his issues on everything, it's like he wasn't a conservative 2 years ago.
Right.
He wasn't a conservative a year ago.
Right.
But then all of a sudden he's running and now he's pro-gun, he's anti-abortion, he's anti-immigrant. He's all these weird things that really aren't part of the conservative movement. He's more of a populist. He's not a conservative. And I mean, the things that he does. But the scary thing is that he's won he's won all the primaries and he lost a caucus, but it's Iowa. You know, Iowa hasn't determined the president since I think 12 years ago.
Really?
Yeah. And they're known for corn. I mean, that's not a state you want to be in.
Absolutely. So tell me, what are your expectations for the next president? What are you hoping to see some changes to see in the country?
Well, here's the thing. Here's what I want to say, is that everyone wants a political revolution. Bernie Sanders wants a political revolution. Donald Trump wants a political revolution. But I'm going to say this to you, and I don't know if it'll make sense. The only way you're going to have a political revolution is
I'm going to have to cut off you right there, Daniel. I'm sorry, we're out of time. So thank you for joining me today. Unfortunately, that's all the time that we have today. Thank you for my guest, Daniel Park, for joining me today. So basically, just follow, for more media continuous coverage onto the website, go to mustangnews.net.